Welcome to the Safe Money Retirement Show with your host, Tim Wood. Tim is a retirement and income specialist, certified financial fiduciary, and the founder of SafeMoneyRetirement.com. Tim primarily serves Western North Carolina, East Tennessee, and Southwest Virginia, but he's sought after nationally for his expertise in helping people secure their retirements. Mr. Wood is a licensed life insurance professional in multiple states and specializes in working with people who are near retirement and those who have already retired with wealth management, income planning, and asset protection strategies using life, health, long-term care, and annuity insurance products. And now, here to talk with you about securing your retirement, your host, Tim Wood.
Welcome to the Safe Money Retirement Show. I'm Tim Wood, an asset and retirement protection and guaranteed income specialist. I recently had the privilege and honor of doing a live interview again with Tom Hegna. Now, a lot of y'all already know who Tom is. He's a former lieutenant colonel, one of the top speakers in the country. He has authored 6 books. He's been viewed in over 80 million homes with his Don't Worry, Retire Happy public television special. And he's considered to be the retirement income expert in the United States, and I'm lucky enough to call him a personal friend. Let's go ahead and jump in and listen to part of the interview right now. Tom, as you know, we have as part of our team, Heather Schreiber, who is a nationally recognized expert in Social Security planning and maximization. Now, what we do for our clients is we create a complementary maximization strategy that helps them know when to get started on their Social Security benefits to make sure they get the absolute most out of them. So my question to you is, why is it so important for retirees to know how to maximize their Social Security by working with a Social Security expert?
Well, you know, step number 2 in my book, Don't Worry, Retire Happy, is to maximize Social Security benefits. See, for most people don't realize that the largest retirement asset that most Americans have, it's their Social Security. You know, there aren't that many pensions around anymore. 401ks, some people might have a bigger 401k account than their Social Security. Some people, their house might be worth more. But for most people, their Social Security benefit is the most valuable asset they have. If you're single, Social Security can pay over $500,000 over your lifetime. If you're married, it can pay you well over $1 million over both your lifetime. So you should take this very seriously. Too many people have not learned how to maximize their benefits. They listen to their buddies down to the coffee shop. You know, they walk into Waffle House at 7 a.m., places loaded with wise men, sitting around the counter, you know, drinking coffee, solving the world's problems. They walk in and they say, "Hey, what age should I draw my Social Security benefit?" And you know what the wise men tell them? "Oh man, haven't been reading the papers? This place is going broke. Get the getting while the getting's good. 62, 62, 62. Well, that's the Waffle House answer. That's the coffee shop answer. My question is that the right answer? And no, that is not the right answer. So what is the right answer? Well, here is the right answer. In general, the breadwinner should delay. I'll say it again. In general, the breadwinner should delay till age 66 or age 70 if they can. Why? Because the breadwinner's check covers both lives. Now, why did I say in general? Well, because everybody's different. You got to look at health status, medical conditions. Sometimes there's minor children in the house. I can give you specific reasons why some specific people should take their benefits early. But in general, the breadwinner should delay. So let's say we have a husband and wife. Let's say in this case, the husband made more money in his career than the wife. Well, the wife could take her benefit early. I don't care about that, okay? The lower earning spouse, whoever that is, can claim early if they want to. But the higher earning spouse, whoever it is, in this case, the husband, should wait till 66 or 70 if they can. Why? Because that check covers both lives. See, when he dies, which check does she get? She gets his. If he took his early, he locked her into a lower survivor benefit. Because the breadwinner's check covers both lives, in general, the breadwinner should delay. Now, all I'm asking is that, this is, I believe, the number one most important retirement decision a person's going to make, their Social Security start date. And all I'm asking is that people make an educated decision, not a Waffle House decision, not a coffee shop decision. Just get the facts. Have your financial advisor run a printout showing you if you take your Social Security benefits early, and have them run one that if you delay. And you will see for yourself that this can impact retirements by hundreds of thousands of dollars over both your lifetimes. So again, All I'm asking is that people make an educated decision.
Yeah, I hear you. That's something that I preach, that my listeners have heard me preach about that for years. I want people to make an educated decision, not even just about Social Security, but about, all of the things that we're always talking about. And they've heard me also talk about getting those Waffle House answers about not just Social Security, about everything in retirement, and how that's not always the best plan. So, every situation is completely unique. You're absolutely right about that. But making sure that you make the right choice about when you're going to start Social Security is absolutely vital. And I agree with you that it's one of the biggest, if not the biggest decision, depending on the individual situation. And it's something that needs to be planned out, and you need to make sure you're doing it properly. You've been listening to part of my recent interview with world-class economist Tom Hegna. Now, I'm sure you'd probably like to get some more information. We have got a stack of Tom Hegna's books here. You can get a free copy. Just give us a call or log on to our website. Our website is, safemoneyretirement.com, or give us a call, 833-413-SAFE. That's 833-413-7233. And let whoever answers the phone, let them know you want a copy of Tom Hegna's book, Don't Worry, Retire Happy. We will send you one absolutely free, no charge whatsoever. Ton of great information in there. I highly, highly, highly recommend you get your own copy. Well, I must take a short break. This is Tim Wood, and you're listening to the Safe Money Retirement Show. Let's pause for some exciting announcements.
Did you know that your Social Security could be much higher depending on which option you choose for claiming your benefit? Social Security income is more complex than some think. When should you take it? Should you only take your spouse's benefit while you continue to work? Deciding how to receive your Social Security benefits can make your head spin. Don't decide about your retirement without the facts. Call us now and ask for your complimentary Social Security guide at 833-413-SAFE. That's 833-413-7233. Your Social Security is too important to leave to chance. Call us now at 833-413-SAFE. That's 833-413-7233. Have you recently changed jobs and now you have a 401k or another retirement account you don't want to expose to the risk of market loss? You've worked too hard to leave your retirement to chance. Since you'll probably start another retirement account at your new job, why not ensure your old account provides you with principal protection, the opportunity to participate in the market with locked-in accumulation, and a guaranteed lifetime income? We can help you roll over the retirement account from your previous employer and identify products that provide the potential of index-linked credited interest while limiting market risk. Did you know that if you're age 59 and a half, you may be able to move money out of your employer plan even if you're still working there? Call us now and ask about bonus options on your retirement money with a fixed indexed annuity. Imagine putting your money on an elevator that only goes up. It might stop on a few floors on the way up when the market index goes down, but you won't go back to visit the lower floors. Our phone number is 833-413-SAFE. That's 833-413-7233. You can get your complimentary Safe Money Retirement Book and info kit by calling 833-413-SAFE. That's 833-413-7233. You're listening to the Safe Money Retirement Show with your host, Tim Wood.
Welcome back. I'm Tim Wood, your host of the Safe Money Retirement Show. I am a capital preservation and strategic income planning specialist. In today's case file, we're going to look at Jim. Now, Jim came to me. He was already and had been for many, many years a very successful businessman. He had just turned 66 and was ready to retire. Now, one thing that was unique about Jim's situation, he never really trusted the market. He was the guy that, he had his money in banks and CDs, and he kind of had safe investments his entire life. So what we did is we sat down, we looked at where he was going to be as far as income in retirement, where he was going to be as far as everything. And what we actually determined during our fact finder appointment was that a mix of two different plans was the best fit for him. So the first plan that we did, we determined in our fact finder he was going to have a little bit of a deficit as far as the income he had coming in once he stopped working. So we needed to make sure that that was covered, because obviously that's square one when we're doing a plan for someone. We got to make sure you've got enough income to cover your expenses. So that was the first thing we did for Jim, is we put him into an immediate income annuity that paid him a guaranteed amount. And it was for him and his wife, actually. So it was for both of them. As long as either one of them were living, it was going to pay with 100% survivorship, pay X dollars. And that was enough to cover that gap for him. Then he still had a substantial amount, and he still wanted to leave some with the bank, and that's fine. But he wanted some where he could get considerably more growth than he was getting in his bank savings accounts and CDs and things like that. So we moved the rest of his money, or a good portion, not all of it, but a good portion of the rest of his money, we put into a fixed indexed annuity. And that gave him substantially more growth than he was getting at his savings account and through the CDs, and the potential for like way more growth based on what happened in the market. But the good thing is it had a zero floor, so he never had to worry about losses. So all of those concerns he had about being in the market kind of went away with this plan. So we basically took care of his income first, and then we took care of all the growth that he might want to see throughout the rest of his retirement. Now, how can this relate to you? You may have a very similar situation. You may say, well, Tim, you know what? I don't need income. I'm set with income. You may have pensions. You may just have plenty of Social Security, whatever. If you don't need income, great. Then we can just look at growth plans that don't have any chances for losses and still have a good chance for growth. Conversely, you could have, you don't really need the growth. You need the income. You've got a big gap, so you can try to retire. Well, then let's focus on that. But you may need some of both. You may be very much like Jim. You may say, well, I'm going to need a little bit more income, but I also want growth. And I do that a lot. I don't want to say a majority, but a lot of my clients fit into that category where first thing we do is we take care of income. That's always the most important. Let's make sure you've got the guaranteed income that you need in order to make sure you can enjoy your retirement. That's number one. Once that's done, and if it's already done for you, congratulations. But if it's not, we take care of that. Then we look at the rest and how can we get you the most growth in whatever different type of plan that you want. And there's also some other things we throw in there also. Long-term care we look at, life insurance we look at. There's a lot of different things. But that's how this may fit in with you, is you may be someone that we need to sit down and figure out exactly how much we need to do in each type of plan, search for the plan for you, and then show you what your options are so we can help you have your own safe money retirement. Well, I'm about out of time, and I would like to thank you for listening to the Safe Money Retirement Show. If you're serious about your financial future, give me a call, and together we'll get your retirement savings on the fast track to accumulate while reducing exposure to market loss. Thanks for listening, and until next time at the same time, I'm Tim Wood reminding you to stay safe so you can step into a secure future.
You've been listening to the Safe Money Retirement Show with your host, Tim Wood. Find out how to contractually guarantee that your hard-earned money is safe from market losses and that you have an income you can't outlive so you can have the retirement that you deserve. Call Tim Wood now for your complimentary Safe Money Retirement book and information kit at 833-413-SAFE. That's 833-413-7233. Or request your copy of Tim's book online at safemoneyretirement.com. The preceding information does not represent tax, legal, or investment advice. Surrender charges apply to base contracts. Optional lifetime income benefit riders are used to calculate lifetime payments only and are not available for cash surrender or in a death benefit unless specified in the annuity contract. Fees may apply. Guarantees are based on the financial strength and claims-paying ability of the insurance company. No information presented today should be acted upon without meeting with a qualified and licensed professional. Obviously, by calling us now, you are just taking the first step towards protecting your retirement. It's important that you read all insurance contract disclosures carefully before making a purchase decision. Rates and returns mentioned on this program are subject to change without notice.